Tonight on Connecticut's news station, the snow has come and gone, and now it's time to clean up and dig out. We're checking out some of the hardest hit parts of the state.
And that snow having major impacts on travel, especially flights. We're hearing how Bradley Airport is dealing with the storm.
For so many in the snow biz, this winter weather warmly received. I'm Jim Altman. The story from New Hartford ahead on the Fox 61 News.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, begins with a Weather Watch alert.
And good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
I'm Sarah Sanchez. A snow day across much of New England. Hartford woke up to several inches of snow. This was the scene at the Capitol where a blanket of snow covered the streets.
A similar scene just over the state line in Rhode Island. Visibility low in Providence this morning as the flakes came down for hours.
And up in Worcester, Mass, crews there have also been cleaning up after overnight snow, but now it seems like the worst of it is over.
And Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with what we can expect for the rest of the night. Rachel?
Just a few lingering flurries out there, along with falling temperatures that could result in some slippery spots. And we're going to take a closer look at these snowfall totals in just a bit. But boy, for a short duration storm, this storm really packed a punch. There were some incredibly heavy snowfall rates, 1, 2, 3 inches per hour, that carved a path where some areas got double-digit snowfall totals and more than anticipated, if I'm being honest. Here's a look at the storm that continues to pull away, but a closer inspection reveals some flurries that are out there. We're not anticipating any accumulation with this. That being said, we don't want you to get caught off guard either. So a few flakes here across parts of Middlesex and also New London counties. So this is in Haddam, East Haddam, also over through Norwich and Ledyard, seeing that as well. But you're noticing that this is going to slowly continue to push south, get out of our hair, and there are some areas that are still above freezing, and we had some melting out on the roads today. Any areas of standing slush could end up freezing up and becoming icy overnight. Most roads are okay, but especially in areas that saw a foot or more of snow, that could be an issue as we head towards daybreak. Overnight lows in the 20s. Check in with the morning show crew in case there are any delays tomorrow morning. Sometimes it's an issue just getting the buses out. After starting in the 20s, we climb into the low 30s by afternoon with lots of sunshine, but a brisk and chilly feeling day with a feels like temperature that's in the teens and 20s. For a look at some of those snowfall totals and a bit of context too, we want to head to meteorologist Ryan Breton. Wow, this storm really kept us on our toes.
Yeah, Rachel, we knew it would be a morning commute impact, but the question was how intense would it be? And it was intense in a lot of places. One thing that we were very sure of going into this storm is that it would be one of the biggest on the shoreline in the last couple of years, which says more about last winter than anything else, I think. Take a look. Bridgeport coming away with 7.6 inches of snow. That's the most since January 29th of 2022. We've had about 13 inches of snow on the shoreline so far this season, but all of last winter, less than 5 inches of snow fell, which says a lot about the lack of snow that we've had the last couple of seasons. Take a look at some town-by-town totals. Thanks to all the weather watchers and observers for sending these in. Once you got east of about Branford, there wasn't quite as much accumulation on the shoreline. New Haven came away with 8 inches, though. Milford coming away with 9, 7.5 in Chester. Once you got closer to I-84, though, that's where that band of very heavy snow parked itself for a few hours this morning. And then a lot of places, 2 or 3 inches of snow fell in just 1 hour. And that's how you get totals like 15.5 inches in Farmington, a foot in Bristol, 10 inches in Hartford. But once you got closer to the Massachusetts border up around Suffield, only about 5 inches of snow fell, and the jackpot extended into the northeast hills as well. Any more snow in the forecast? Well, maybe a little. Rachel will be back with more on that coming up shortly. Sarah?
All right, thank you, Ryan. A resurgence of winter certainly packed a punch. The flakes fell fast across Connecticut, and a lot of people took today to check off some items on the indoor to-do list. Fox 61's Matt Karen takes us to the snow-coated streets, sidewalks, and driveways in central Connecticut. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, hi guys. Boy, were those flakes falling fast at some points today, but good evening from beautiful downtown Old Wethersfield. And, you know, if you live in Norfolk, don't be jealous. You might have to hand over your Icebox of Connecticut title, at least for one day, because here in the central part of the state, we really did tally up some of the tallest totals. Man your shovels and start your engines. A winter wallop in Wethersfield. Here in Wethersfield, it's trash day, but obviously the trucks couldn't get down the street to pick the cans up. Still, it gives us a nice measuring spot for how much snow we got. Look at that, almost the tip of the ruler, right about a full foot. That's enough snow to keep most shoppers out of the stores, except the people brave enough to shop for you. Don't forget to tip. So what brings you out today?
Door dashing brings me out today.
Making a little side gig money.
Oh yeah.
Inside the stores, they're ready for love. It's in the air, quite literally. Valentine's Day balloons.
I think tomorrow is going to be the busy day.
Talk about that. It'll be like a rush tomorrow, huh?
Rock and roll.
Well, as the winter wears on and the snow keeps falling, it has to go somewhere eventually, right? So these parking lot piles just get higher and higher. Right now, I'd say I'm halfway up the tree. From the trees to the ground. Snow sticking to the roads in Old Wethersfield. How were the roads?
Bad. They weren't so great. They weren't so great, but it was coming down faster than we could keep up with it.
A day where school was out, and so were a lot of kids.
And because it's a snow day, it's a great day to get outside and spend some time with the family, even if that means sledding in the backyard. Let's go, Landon! Go! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go!
My best buddy Landon there. Boy, did we have a lot of fun. And, you know, it's hard to believe that just 3 days ago, we were near 60 degrees as far as temperatures go. But that is a New England winter after all. And as quickly as this storm came, it left us. The flakes started tapering off by about 1 o'clock this afternoon. One thing you're going to want to watch out for as we go through those overnight hours is the refreeze. Everything that turned to slush on the roads is going to be black ice. You're going to want to watch and be careful on your morning commute. For now, we're live here in downtown Old Wethersfield. Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good advice there, Matt. Thank you. I'm not sure Matt ever did get that sled going. He's inching it along.
He's brave for sledding on camera, I will tell you that, yeah.
All right, and while some people were enjoying the snow today, others faced a travel headache.
Yeah, the winter weather grounded flights at Tweed and Bradley. That's where we find Fox 61's Emma Wolfhorst.
Sarah, Brent, while the flakes were flying across the state earlier today, some of the planes not so much. This winter weather basically shutting down Tweed New Haven Airport as Avelo Airlines postponed all of today's flights to tomorrow. And conditions are much better here at Bradley International Airport, but the storm still caused about 24 cancellations and 13 delays. A busy Tuesday for crews at Bradley as they cleared the way for winter travel.
We have a lot of specialized equipment. We have very large brooms, blowers, and plows that go out there and they clear the surface down to, the pavement so that there's no snow on it. And they have to continuously do that, obviously, as the snow continues to fall throughout the day.
Plows working round the clock as this storm dumped about a half a foot of snow on Windsor locks.
We need to remain open and make sure that people can come and go safely. There's a lot of surface area and we need to make sure that it's safe for aircraft, the vehicles, and of course passengers as they arrive and depart from the airport.
Passengers like Gary Granger.
We're very happy to get away from the snow.
While Granger's Tuesday evening flight was still on time, he wasn't without worry.
So being a South Carolinian, yeah, I was real scared. I woke up and seen all this snow out there, but they took a great care of the roads here.
Not used to the cold, Granger's happy to be heading back south.
Anything's better than the snow.
While there aren't any beach days in Connecticut's near future, airport officials say they're ready to handle the rest of this winter weather.
There have been some cancellations and some delays today, but the majority of flights are running on time. Bradley remains open and we continue to treat all of our surfaces, understanding that, we have other aircraft here that may need to depart, and in the event there's a diversion from another airport, we need to be ready to accommodate that aircraft.
And airport officials do tell us there could be more delays and cancellations throughout the night and into tomorrow as conditions change here. All passengers are urged to check their flight status with their individual airline before heading out to the airport. Reporting live at Bradley, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Emma, thank you. The firefighters in Chaplin battling a fire early this morning as the snow was coming down, and those snowy conditions making it really difficult for crews on scene. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is in Chaplin with those details.
Firefighters here in Chaplin have had a difficult day so far, not only with this winter weather, but also putting out a house fire. Now, firefighters say they were called here to Willimantic Road around 5 o'clock this morning for a report of a fire. Now, they say when they got here, the house looked like a red glow. They said it was fully engulfed in flames. They worked quickly to put out the fire. However, of course, there were some difficulties with putting out the fire in this snow. They said for one, it took them more time than usual to get here. Then on top of it, when you're talking about being up on a ladder, trying to put water out on those flames, especially for the second story, it's difficult in these conditions because everything is slippery. I spoke to the fire chief. He says at this time there's at least one person unaccounted for. Now, he says this home is a total loss. They're actually planning to demolish it as we speak. They said 3/4 of the home collapsed because of these flames. Now, you can see the siding is charred. He said inside is even worse than it looks outside. So fire crews are still continuing to piece together exactly what happened here. They're working along with state police and the state fire marshal's office to investigate the cause of this fire and to get a status on if anyone was inside, and if not, where these homeowners are. So we'll continue to keep you updated, of course. In Chaplin, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.